Yo, what is up, people? What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of the O.O.C. Roberto might not be making it tonight. He's kind of sick, but we do. The show must go on. Me and JG are here. I think Nadia and LOWKEY will be popping up in a minute. So, LOWKEY, Lonely Banter, thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. Just want to say, JG, what's up? Where can they find you, brother?
You can find me Wednesday nights on the O.O.C with Nzo, aka the Abbott, and the Osiris of this shit, the Split King, and the Professor of Ganja. Roberto's not here, but look, Joe did it think when be Irie. No woman, no cry. I do it for him.
He tried to put the Jamaican slang in there. It's all
I
good.
try, man. I try.
He's practicing. Don't hate on him, brothers. What's up, everybody that's peeping out the show? Much appreciated. Thank you guys for popping in. Yeah, we got some good shit to talk about tonight. Cause boy, Puffy.
Let's get it.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. We also have some Candice Owens stuff that I've been really wanting to talk about as well. You see the last topic, this is a good time trailer. Chill said he's gonna come in maybe later on after. If he doesn't, we have something else I want to bring up real quick, but for now, that's the topics for tonight. Thank you guys for popping in. As you know, Puffy's house was raided, right? And man, they are really going after him hard. I'm gonna bring up a video real quick, but first, your thoughts on what's happening with Puffy, LOWKEY.
I mean,
I'm sorry, JG.
I mean, it was coming, man. We kind of mentioned in the past streams about history of Diddy, how he treated other people, the rumors that have been going around with him, and doing extracurricular things on the side, and like Malcolm said, chickens come on the roost.
Absolutely, 100%. So just to bring up this video real quick. Hold on. Got some other videos to show too. Beaming Kun said no $10 shot night. I completely forgot to go get some alcohol. Beaming Kun. So we're gonna do that another time. But thanks for the concern.
Sean Combs, the music mogul, recently inundated with a wave of sexual assault and sex trafficking allegations and lawsuits, is now the focus of federal law enforcement after it comes out multiple properties associated with the rapper have been raided by federal agents. Former FBI and CIA agent Tracy Walder breaks down what these raids could mean for the rapper and music executive. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
So we're definitely going to watch this whole video.
While this was going on, reporting also his jet may have left the country. Some reporting indicating the jet.
So hold on. I want to bring that up too, because I remember when it happened, there was this thing that Puffy's jet took off and went to, I think it was Cuba or something like that, or a country where there's no extradition, right? Then what happened is the FBI made them land the plane. So when they land the plane, the manifesto said that Puffy was on the plane, right? But he wasn't on it. So they couldn't find him, or they weren't showing where he was or whatever. So I was like, yo, if Puffy did that, he's gangster. If Puffy fucking actually tricked them to make them think that he was on that plane and went to another country with no extradition, I was like, yo, that's some gangster shit, bro. But unfortunately, they did find a video of him in Miami pacing around the airport. So I think he was trying to get on a plane. But I also did hear that they didn't like freeze his funds, and he's still able to leave the country. So that's, I guess that's good for now. But I'm pretty sure there's definitely going to be, like, we need to know where you are at all times, because the FBI, the way they raided his place, and they're looking on RICO charges, you don't do that, and they don't do that unless they actually have some sort of information, right? Not to mention the fact that Puffy's mule, who they're saying supposedly, the one who has been getting him the drugs, they arrested him. So now what it
Mhm.
looks like to me is, if they don't find anything on Puffy, they're going to try and use the mule to say, okay, well, we don't really want you, we want Puffy, right? This is the guy that we want. So if you give us any information, we'll let you go. So their case for him seems pretty strong. But I was saying, listen, if Puffy, hold on, let me get Nadia up in here. What's up, Nadia? How you doing?
What up?
What's
What up?
going on? We're up here talking about some Puffy right now.
Right.
Uh, so what are you, first off, what are your thoughts on his stuff getting raided?
Uh, I mean, I don't seriously doubt that he's innocent. I'm gonna just be like that. Just say it like that.
So you don't think he's innocent of anything they said, right?
Fuck no.
Well, if you guys been following, and especially on the show, we've talked about it. I think we brought up like almost a year ago. We started talking about Jaguar Wright, where she was running around
Mhm.
saying all of this stuff about Puffy, and nobody was taking her seriously at the time. But I promise you, they are taking her seriously now, because I think she was the first one that talked about Cassie leaving Puffy, and then next thing you know, Cassie ends up suing him, right? So she has been calling him out for years, talking about Albie Shore, Andre, can't remember the last name right now, but all these guys that used to be affiliated with Puffy, most of them are dead. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
there's there's a huge chance that, there's going to be a lot of information that comes out with Puffy. But I had this video here. This just pretty much explains a lot of the stuff he's going through. So let's listen and tell me what you guys think.
They're likely looking for some specific evidence.
The feds are doing raids at 3 different homes of P. Diddy, including his homes in California, in Florida, and in New York. And what I think they're looking for are videos. So basically, P. Diddy had a habit, allegedly, based on told to us through the filings by Cassie Ventura. They have all said that people have a habit of liking to video either him abusing other people, or forcing other people to abuse each other for his pleasure, and would record all of that.
So let me pause it there real quick. All right. Listen, if this guy is fucking smart, he has none of those anymore, right? The minute Cassie came out and did what she did, I can understand him saying, okay, whatever, let's settle this. But then more started coming out. That's when, if you're smart, you are like, you know what? Something ain't right here. Let me just, I don't care how sentimental, how much sentimental value you have in these videos that he so
That's
called
what I'm about
have.
to say. It depends on how sick you are, because
Right.
people that are convicted. I don't know what words we can say on here. But people
Whatever you
that
want.
like children, people that like, no, I'm just talking about the
Oh,
algorithm and
I got
flagging
you.
and all that shit. So, but yeah, people that like children, they don't get rid of that shit. And they share
Mhm.
it with other people that like children, and they have a network of that, but they also like have evidence on other people, so they can't like tell on each other.
Mhm.
So this is, I feel the same way about grown people liking grown adults or doing criminal activity. It's gonna be a domino effect, and this is gonna affect a whole bunch of other people.
Oh yeah, you remember
100%.
Epstein had people run around here scared for weeks.
Hmm.
That stuff
Hmm.
was a rumor to be coming out.
Well, I think his the list of people that were on the island actually did come out, right? So you have
It
that.
did.
Now you have Puffy with all of these people coming out, and there's going to be a lot more because even in this video they talk about some J-Lo stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, really? David Quintana,
Mm.
what's up? He said, so dramatic with celebrities and former presidents lately. At least Diddy ain't trying to hack a pathetic Bible to keep him out of prison. That is disgustingly true. So here's the thing, right? Like I said, this guy better have like any information on his bro. My house would have had an accidental fire, and everything would be destroyed. Hey, Puffy,
This
I
dude
don't
had
man.
3 mansions. 3 mansions.
All of them,
Bi-coastal.
all of them would have magically burnt up at the same time. You know what I mean? Be
I
like, yo,
was
what
like, I hope
happened?
he transferred some assets.
Well, he better have, right?
Nigga got
And
too many kids. This nigga got what? 3 sons and three
I don't.
three grown. He got 3 grown sons. So he got
Mhm.
Justin King. His name ain't King, but he go by King Combs as his
Yeah.
rap name. And then it's another son. And then he got he got the twins that he had with Kim Porter. And
Hmm.
then they're like 13, 14. They might be 16, I don't know. And then he got the other daughter he had with Sarah, which come to find out she was underage. I don't know if she was underage when she got pregnant, but Lisa was underage when she got pregnant with Justin. Allegedly.
And it's let me
um,
see, Loki. Hold on. Yeah, go
and then
ahead,
he
Nadine.
got the new baby. He got the new baby that he just had with like a year ago.
Oh
So damn,
shoot!
I
See, I
wasn't
didn't even.
counting. Yeah, yeah.
I
He
didn't
just
know about
remember.
that one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just had a baby like a year ago.
Wow.
Damn.
So that's what I'm saying though. Like with the amount of money he had, right? You better have some offshore accounts. You understand? And when this stuff started happening, you better have been transferring pure funds over to that account because like I said earlier, when I heard that his jet took off and he was on the manifesto and he wasn't there, I was like, oh, you did the Kansas City shuffle, right? You went here, or you made them think you went here, but you went somewhere else, which wasn't the case. He didn't because he was spotted in Miami. But I was just like, if he did that, that would be some gangster shit. Like, listen, Roman Polanski is gone. He can't ever come back to the States. Puffy should have did that. You know what I mean?
Russell
If that's
Simmons is sitting in Bali.
you see what I'm saying? So yeah, you need to be. He should have been gone. But what I heard today was that they didn't really. What's up, Andrea? They didn't freeze any of his accounts. Not only did they not freeze his account, but they're also saying that he still can travel. Well, I'm like, see ya. I am getting on the first plane to somewhere with no extradition because no matter what happens, he's going to jail. You know what I mean? Like we see it. You're going to jail, Puffy. There's no doubt about it. You're going to you're not getting off. You don't have that much power in Hollywood to get off. The white
Let's
men do.
let let's that's what I'm about to say. Let's just be honest, nigga. You ain't white. You a nigga. You a sacrificial
Facts.
lamb. They don't give a
Yes.
fuck about you.
Yes.
They don't care.
Bounce.
They're about to Bill Cosby you. If they can't
Yes.
keep you in jail, they gonna make you go broke at least. They don't give a
Yes.
fuck about you. And I
100%.
don't mean that as in the fact that I'm trying to take up for a black man. I mean that as in the fact, like, nigga, you a criminal and you have criminally robbed your artist that you could
Mhm.
have helped and you chose not to with your selfish, greedy self. And now it's that getting back on you because you thought you were untouchable. Nope.
Facts. And that's what I'm saying. We none of us here are defending what he's doing. We're just saying if you were smart, you'd be gone because you're
We
not getting out of this.
exactly. We just talking about some smart criminal shit. We ain't criminals though, but you know.
Right.
Like Gonzo said, burn those houses down. And I would have left acting like Kanye somewhere. Going crazy,
Bro,
talking some crazy shit. I would have left my ass
home,
alone.
Homeland Security went to his house, not the FBI, Homeland Security. So they usually say that if Homeland Security comes for you, it's because they have shit on you. You know what I mean? Like they're not just, oh, we're gonna build a case. No, they're trying to make
That's
their
the same
case
with the
stronger.
FBI. When the
Yes,
FBI finally
Mhm.
come knocking, that mean they been watching you. You
yes,
done
yes,
surrender.
yes,
You better
yes.
have a good lawyer and you better have enough money.
Yes, 100%. Loki, I sent you the link, eh? So if you see it, but 100%. So he needs to be smart. You know, you need to outsmart these guys right now because they're giving you up. You know what I mean? And Cat Williams
Yep.
talked about it. He said in 2024, all of this stuff that's been behind closed doors, the truth is going to come out. And a lot of the truth is coming out. And Puffy's going to be the next sacrificial lamb because those higher
Yep.
ups aren't going to be the ones that are going to get caught for this, right? They're
Nope.
going to, all the people that they enabled to do it, those are the ones that are going to get caught. What up, Basil? Thanks for popping in.
So I think those are some of the things that the feds are looking for. I think they're looking for other types of evidence to corroborate the statements that were made by Little Rod, by Cassie Ventura, and the other people have come forward saying that he did abuse them. So they're looking for corroborating evidence and basically the building blocks to put together what will end up being a massive, massive, massive criminal case.
So far, Diddy hasn't been arrested, but he has already faced his fair
Yeah,
share of
she
legal
was telling the
issues.
truth.
Last year, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, who you probably know as singer Cassie, accused him of sex trafficking and sexual slavery. She alleged that Diddy raped her and beat her so severely that she was bruised. Cassie also alleged Diddy made her have sex with prostitutes and recorded it on video. She also says he forced her to carry a gun. Cassie sued him under New York's Adult Survivors Act and settled with Diddy outside of court just one day after the suit was filed. Joy Dickerson-Neal also filed suit against Diddy under the Adult Survivors Act, accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting her back in 1991 when she was a college student at Syracuse University.
So I think when we first talked about it, we said that when Cassie came out and then the other ones, it was like the beginning of
Mhm.
a domino effect, right? It was like,
Yep.
okay, so this is one, this is two. But I want to bring up something else real quick because I was watching Gilbert Arenas and they were talking about it. And they were like,
It was like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, it was.
No, that started way before that. It was
see, hold on, I just popped up and played right away. But this is what they have to say about why it actually started. And I kind of agree with them.
no, that started way before that. It was when he was ranting about his drink.
the Ciroc and the
Ciroc, and he was like, "Oh, they're racist," and he's about to sue. Oh, that's what we doing over here? I bet. And then from there, that's when the spiral started. Because we should have known something when he started giving back niggas masters for no reason. Hey, here's your masters.
Here you go.
Here's your masters. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, nigga. What you got going on
It's
here?
like first you thought it was like isolated incidents of people coming out, but it seems like it's more of like a domino effect.
No,
And the feds are kind of like,
But that's life. When you on top of something and someone throws a stone and someone sees a crack, everyone else comes. So Cassie opened it up for everybody else.
yeah.
I agree with them. You know, it's like you said something.
Slammed with yet another
Hold on,
lawsuit.
sorry. He said you said something about these people who are racist and you know who you had this drink with, and I think he even won that case. When you go against these establishment, they're gonna get you. And if you have dirt on yourself, you better be careful about who you go up against. Boswell said Pastor T. Jakes with a dominatrix and a strap-on will be the next Gandalf for Cuba Gooding Jr. Well, his name has already popped up in a lot of these things already before, right? So what do you think about the start, though? You think that could be an issue to why Puffy's in this trouble now?
Can't go
Well,
against the machine.
like let's do it. Remember the remix? I got my money up, fucking with the white folk. I don't give a
Mm-hmm.
fuck 'cause I'm richer than the white folk. Remember you
Mm-hmm.
said that? They won't
Mm-hmm.
allow you to get so high where you think you at the top. Like, no, like D said, no, nigga, you ain't at the top. We just gonna let you get to this level to make you think you at the top. As soon as you try to go
Facts.
above that, we gotta bring you right back down to earth. That's what's going on.
Facts. Facts. 100%. And like I said, you go against certain people that have more power than you better be squeaky clean. Nadia?
Yeah. People with money and power, they allow it. They feel like they can use their money to fulfill all of their needs. I like how you got that much money and this the shit you be worried about. And I guess because you don't have shit to worry about. Like literally, you wake up, everything paid for, you can eat wherever you want, go wherever you want. And it's like, but this is what you choose to do? Like the I don't know. But yeah, definitely. You can't they've showed us time and time that you cannot be but so high. And they gonna allow you to do this shit. They gonna help you pay to do all this criminal shit, but when they
Mhm.
ready to get they get back, just remember they getting back and they gonna let you know, nigga, we still got our knee on your neck and you ain't shit. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
Well,
100%. 100%. You know? And like listen, I don't understand, like you said, some of these dudes with money, I would be a saint. I would have a halo on top of my head. They would be like, "Do you want?" No, sir, I'm good. I I would not, because I know that that's what they're waiting for. You know what I mean? I have this video that I seen with Judge Joe Brown where he's kind of talking about how they tried to get him. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
they usually try to do these things to get something on you. And if Puffy
Mhm.
is doing all of this stuff that he is claiming they are doing, right, then they have a lot of dirt on him. Supposedly, him and Clyde Baker have been, they're saying, had this alleged sexual affair that's been going on for a minute now, and that Puffy has covered up some of his shit and he's covered up some of Puffy's stuff, right? Now, is Clyde Baker going to help Puffy in this situation? Probably not, because he knows that maybe some stuff that he did will come out. So he's going to kind of distance himself from Puffy, which a lot of these guys are going to do.
They
50
didn't already
Cent,
started doing it because you remember
yeah.
when he first came out and started saying some shit, like people was like, "Oh, let's support him," and then like slowly you saw no everybody stopped saying shit, like because
Mm-hmm.
everybody was like, "Oh, Cassie, that was a money grab." Then somebody else
Mm-hmm.
came out. Then the producer came out. Now everybody like,
hmm
mm, minding their business, and then there's people that's bit that they keep saying, "I told y'all." I told y'all. That's
But
bruh, but they saying
doesn't
that
it
Jay Z
see,
next.
oh yeah, but doesn't it sound awfully familiar? Like this is like, it seems like this is the script to get us, right? One person comes out, then another person comes out, then another person comes out, and now everybody's coming out, right? So you have, with Bill Cosby, one person came out, then the rest of them came out. R.
Okay,
Kelly,
that's
one
okay.
female
That's
came
like
out,
think about
then the,
everybody that you done wrong in your life. Think about
yes,
that. Now think
yes,
about all them people. Think about one person standing up and telling their story of how Anzo did them wrong, and now everybody else feel the courage to tell their story. You
yes.
know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's kind of
Hmm.
on you. That's like, at what point are you gonna stop doing people wrong so that everybody don't
Facts.
have the same story?
Facts. 100%.
Cause
Like that's what I,
I know I'm the villain in certain people's story. I don't give a fuck. I be that. But at the same time, I don't want to be the villain in everybody's story because that ain't what I'm
exactly.
here for. And it's
Ex-
like I definitely a lot of the shit that happened is like, unintentional miscommunication or we just don't clash. I mean, we just
mhm.
don't
Vibe.
yes, thank you. Yeah, we just don't vibe.
Mhm. Exactly. And I'll say that too. Yeah, I could be the villain in some people's stories as well, 100%. But not everybody has to like should hate you, right? And right
No,
now, when you have money,
Mm,
you think you are loved and respected, but you're not, right? They just know you have money, so they kiss your ass. Because the minute all of this is gone, you will see how many friends you actually have. R. Kelly has none, right?
no.
Puffy will have none. He will have none. When he is at the end of the day, when this trial goes or whatever, he will have no friends. None.
I
Right?
mean,
It's
but it's just funny because it's people that's been came out and said they were how like people that's being running their mouth about how Diddy hurt them.
mm-hmm,
Aubrey
mm-hmm,
O'Day is one.
mm-hmm,
Everybody said, no, you just mad because he fired you on national TV.
mm-hmm,
But why did he fire her? What was
mm-hmm.
she not willing to do? What you get
Facts.
what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
then and not saying that the other girls was willing to do certain things. I'm just saying like it's ways to make money for people, but he wanted to make money with her a certain way. And it's like it's just funny because like even with all his TV shows, you think they would still be in syndication. Why have those been you can barely find full episodes of Making of the Band, especially the first one. Because you remember how brutal he was and
Yes.
like we the shit we saw and let entertain us. Like the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
and then like everybody was mad because Frederick, Frederick, the one from Florida, came out and was talking to and told his story like 2 years ago, and people was picking at him. You just mad because you broke and you ain't making it, and da da da. You know how people do. And
Mm-hmm.
then like a year after that, Chopper, the one from Louisiana, Young City Chopper,
Mm-hmm.
he got arrested for trafficking.
Wow.
what?
Pimping, baby was pimping.
And you know what? Now that you said that, right? Because they also, and I think we talked about this before you popped in, but they arrested Puffy's mule, right? The one that was getting him the drugs and stuff. So he's
Mhm.
arrested. So they are trying to say, okay, we may not get everything we want over here with the videos and the raid, but we may be able to get it on this guy because now we have him on so much stuff. And to get off, you just got to give us Puffy.
Yep.
You
Yo,
know?
and then there was a chef or personal assistant. I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember. I want to say it was a chef. That had came out and was suing Diddy for like harassment, basically because Diddy was asking him to come serve him food while he was naked. And
Mm-hmm.
while he was having sex and shit like that, and he was like, "This is inappropriate." La, la, you know what I mean? Like this is
Mm-hmm.
like, and think about if you tried to do that at an actual job. That's HR.
Facts.
Like, hell no,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't do that shit. And this
Mm-hmm.
dude is like, I'm just trying to do my job, but you naked and shit. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
people clown this man because he was like, whatever, clout chasing, you making this up. This was like I can't remember how long ago this was, but I'm trying to tell y'all, look this shit up. It's so many things, and when you start connecting the dots, and it's just like,
And
damn.
it seems like everybody that has come out and said something about Puffy has gotten that you're lying or you're this or you're that. And now you got to go back and you can see it on the TikToks and the internet has no chill. The memes are off the fucking chain. The memes are crazy. I'm going to show some of them later. But oh my God, the memes are killing Puffy right now. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, you did all of this stuff, and I don't know, man. I just think he should have left. Low key, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Chilling,
Everybody
chilling.
doing? What's going on, panel?
Bro, what
What's
up,
your
Loki?
thoughts? What's your thoughts on the Puffy thing right now?
Shit, what we been saying. I mean, outside of the civil lawsuits, now we getting the feds coming in, and everybody knowing the feds come after you. Like that's it. Like they don't
Facts.
come after you unless they got actual charges. Getting a federal warrant is one of the hardest warrants that you can get in law enforcement. It's too many levels that's got to get signed off on. So when they do that, they got something. They more so just collecting everything they need together to get an indictment. I would say.
I got you. Let's go back and continue this stuff here.
This time brought on by music producer Rodney Jones, also known as Lil Rod. This 73-page lawsuit lays out dozens of allegations against Diddy, including that he forced Lil Rod to hire prostitutes and have sex with them. The court doc also claims Diddy himself assaulted Lil Rod, but that's not the only bombshell allegations revealed in the detailed documents.
You know?
Lil Rod doesn't shy away from publicly naming other celebrities he says assaulted him.
I don't know that Cuba Gooding Jr. is going to escape from that one.
Let's start with the allegations against Academy Award-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. Lil Rod alleges Diddy was, quote, grooming him to pass him off to his friends. This fear became reality when Mr. Combs introduced Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. when they were on Mr. Combs' yacht. There's actually photos of their interaction together too, which are laid out in those court documents. In the first pic, you see Diddy and Cuba talking with Diddy's arms on Cuba's. In the next pic, Cuba has his arm around Lil Rod and is smirking. Court docs go on to state,
anytime
Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching,
and they had
and fondling
colored
Mr.
lighting,
Jones's
I'm
legs,
like,
his inner thighs near his groin.
Yeah, he was that's setting the mood.
Setting the mood.
You know what I mean? Yeah, 100%. 100%. We got
saying.
we got you red.
Oh, wait. The TLC, the red light special.
But you know what? No, like, okay, I'm just gonna say it, man. The way this is, these guys, like, women, dudes, women. You know what I mean? Like, why are you fucking assault trying to sexually touch this
Probably
dude?
too easy for them. They want a challenge. They wanted a man.
Bro.
They wanted a man's booty. They could easily get a woman's booty. They want that man booty. They wanted that Fleece Johnson. They wanted that Fleece Johnson. He's got to be Fleece Johnson over there.
I would not fit in Hollywood. I would not. If I ever, like, let's say, you that young buck.
What do you mean they wouldn't fit?
No, yeah, they wouldn't fit either. 100%. No, you're right. They wouldn't fit either. That shit says do not fucking enter. All right,
Diddy.
let's just put it that way. Yeah, exactly.
No Diddy. Stop. Jizzy is wild.
So let's say, like, you one of those little young bucks just getting into Hollywood. You know what I mean? Now, for me, I'm like, oh man, the amount of women I am going to be getting, right? You go to a puffy party, everything's going on. And they say when it hits a certain time, you better be gone. Let's say you don't know that and you still there. I walked into a room.
Start turning into werewolves at midnight or something. Like, you better get out.
That's the way they make it sound. And if I walked into one of those situations, I promise you, I would never be back at a puffy party. Never. I would never go back to a puffy party. Hey man, you want to come hang out? Like,
are you trying to convince us, or you trying to convince yourself, Nzo?
I ain't trying to convince nobody. I don't give a fuck if you guys believe me or not. I'm telling you what would happen. You know what I mean? So
you ain't gonna take it for some money?
No, I'm not.
No, there's no amount of money. It's not up for sale.
To go to a puffy party.
No,
never.
No, how much
Never.
you cost? How much?
I don't. I am. You do not have enough money in this world.
I'm not asking for me. I'm just asking.
I know.
How much?
I'm telling you, there is not enough money in this world.
Not even if it was coming from a woman that was just pegging.
So wait,
it's just a woman. It's a woman.
But I'm doing the woman, or she's asking.
No, she doing you. She doing you.
Well, what she look like?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
You're missing the part.
I missed something. I missed something. Yes, I missed something. Please explain.
No, you should let him fit.
You missed the part.
No, you should. Oh, wait.
No, I am not. I am not setting him up because you missed the part. I'm gonna let you understand this. I said she's pegging you.
Oh, hell no. No,
You wouldn't do it for it's the
no,
woman
not a
though,
no.
and you
There's
getting paid. How
no.
much?
There's do not enter. Zero. There's
It's
none
just
of that.
What you mean do not
it's just
enter?
silicone. It's
There
just
No,
is
Diddy.
nothing.
silicone.
No,
It's
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I thought you're asking me if I would do a woman for that. Yeah, for sure,
No, no,
100%.
no,
But
no, no.
pegging? No,
We know
I ain't
you
doing
easy.
that.
You would do that for some Red Lobster biscuits. It's okay.
No,
I don't
Diddy.
eat
For
Red
free.
Lobster. I don't eat Red Lobster, but some
Depending on who it
fried
is, it'd
chicken.
be for the $3.99. Depending on who it is.
Some fried chicken. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Oh man.
Do it for a
So,
high five. What you talking about?
so you saying you whip out with a grape soda, you
You
good to
said
go?
don't.
Hey, give me a thumbs up. I might jump in there.
What?
Man, okay.
No,
So
Diddy. So
we
where's the
talking.
thumb going?
There is no thumb going nowhere. The thumb ain't going nowhere. What are we talking about? No, on my back.
You talk about little person thumb or grown adult thumb.
What do it matter?
What?
What?
Yeah,
What?
come on, JG.
No, Diddy.
No,
No, Diddy.
No, I'm asking Onzo.
Wait.
I'm asking Onzo. I'm asking
No,
Onzo.
Diddy.
you ask
No.
no thumb. You said, Lord, what did I walk into? No, it's not happening, bro. Mm-mm.
What?
I'm sorry. And this is what I'm saying. Like, so the
Thumbs
first
up.
picture in this picture shows Cuba Gooding Jr. hugging him, right? I would have been, bro, like, you too close to me, man. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
He
back
thought he
the
was
fuck up a
reprising
bit.
his role as Nicky Barnes again.
Was that boat cruise?
Yeah.
Okay,
He got
yeah.
confused. He thought he was playing Nicky
Yeah.
Barnes again, and he thought Puffy was Denzel. He was drunk.
But there's just so much women in Hollywood. Like, this is what you're doing. And I think it's more about power than anything. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
this
about
is
no
it. You
power.
want to
It's about
well,
I got the certain money that I done got to, and now I can play out these kinks I got.
yeah,
Now I
power,
can do
right?
what I
That's
want
what
to do.
yeah, exactly. Power, right? Puffy's like, I got this money. I can get you to do whatever I want you to do. That's power. You know what I mean? Like, I can show whatever I want to do. We can do this, do that. So, but that's no. So let's
Small of
continue.
his back near his buttocks and his
Mm-mm.
shoulders. He rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away.
In the last couple of years, there were allegations against him for sexual assault. So now we have those prior allegations, and now we see him tied to this case as
That
allegedly
smirk.
That
trying
smirk.
to,
Look at that smirk.
assault
That's
a
the
little
yeah, I
lad,
did it. And
assault
is he
others.
drunk?
Back
Damn.
in 2019, Kuba was
I
booked on
think he playing
misdemeanor
radio now.
but you know why that is? It's because the lawyer's probably like, yeah, you're probably gonna do a little bit of this or that community service, but don't worry, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like they when you these and I don't know if Q was really
No real
making money at this
consequences.
point.
He was doing snow dogs.
Whoa.
charges of forcible touching and sexual abuse after he allegedly groped a woman in Times Square. By the next year, 3 women had come forward accusing him of non-consensual sexual touching. He eventually reached a deal with prosecutors that required
He need a
6 months of
mustache.
counseling but no jail time. Lil Rod's lawsuit also publicly named another celebrity linked to Diddy, Jennifer Lopez.
From the standpoint of the names of the celebrities that were tied to this, the fact that Jennifer Lopez was tied to this back when she was involved in or party to a shooting
Yeah,
at a
she bought the
nightclub
gun
when
in the
she was
purse.
dating Diddy,
Mhm.
and is now alleged to have brought the gun with
Cindy from the
her
Bronx. What you
to the
mean?
scene and gave it to
Yeah.
Diddy, and that's how
He
she
got that light. I
occurred.
remember that.
Now
Cindy from the Bronx.
you got it right because she's like, yeah, give me that, baby. I got the gun. Don't worry, right? But they brought
Hey,
the
you
gun
just
in
seen
there.
that little ain't y'all seen that, what's the name, where old girl came out trying to protect the man? He about to get rocked.
Nah, man. Girls really do be fetishizing that bad boy shit, and they like that.
Mhm.
And I'm like, y'all
Mhm.
weird as fuck because I need to be
Mhm.
safe. If I feel unsafe because you do some shit, and like if I'm in a car and you acting all paranoid, talking about who following us, nigga, nope.
You know what I
The fuck
mean? And
no, hell no. You ain't about to get my car shot up. I will not take a bullet for your ass. Hell the fuck no. I don't know you
You gotta
like
hold
that.
this down, man.
and And
I
we're
will hold
broke.
certain people down, but I just met you, nigga. I ain't got shit to hold. What the hell do I get if I catch a bullet for you and can't
You want to go to
walk,
Cabo next week? Hold this down.
nigga?
But here's the thing though.
No.
Here's the thing though, low key. We're broke. You know what I mean? We saying we ain't doing that. We're broke. These are millionaires, and they doing this stupid shit.
I ain't broke, man. I don't know what the hell you talking.
You know,
Broke. How hard I work,
what I
man.
mean. You know what I mean,
I
bro.
make my money the same way that food make his.
just not as much, okay? I got you. But that's what I'm saying though. Like you got money, you know what I mean? You have status. You should be holding you're black, you should be holding yourself to a higher standard. You should understand that the stuff that you were doing, you are not going to get away with forever. You will get away with it until you stop making money for them and you're not profitable anymore. And then they'll come for you.
I mean, I get what you're saying, yeah. I'm talking about the mind frame of people like him, though. He never
Yeah,
gonna
the
when he
fact,
talk.
the fact that all that went down because somebody threw some money in his face.
You know what I mean?
Like, I mean,
who got some money?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Diddy. That's what happened in the club that night. Somebody like it was like a flaunt and flexing type of thing, and dude threw some money in his face, and he felt disrespected.
But that's not the only thing.
Me Playboy.
But that's not the only thing, right? Because there was actually
Me Playboy.
there was actually a shooting in his studio, and they say Clyde Baker helped him cover that up, and I believe the dude died as well, right? So Puffy's been getting away with a lot of shit for years. A lot of it.
Once again, Suge Knight was supposed to be the big villain.
You know what I mean? Hey, all I'm saying is, you better hope they don't put him in the same jail as Suge Knight.
Oh man!
I mean, at this point, what state gonna get him? Cause shit, he got a crowd in 3 different states.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point too. Maybe they'll just
national bad boy.
Gonna take him to Florida.
And brings up J-Lo when establishing Diddy's history, writing his, quote, RICO enterprise has existed for at least 20 years, dating back to the 1999 nightclub shooting in NYC.
Did they really call it a freako?
When Mr. Combs required his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez to transport his illegal firearm into the NYC nightclub. The court docs allege Diddy forced his then-artist Shine to assume responsibility for the shooting of several individuals. All this happened back on December 27th, 1999, when a fight broke out at a nightclub. Diddy, J-Lo, and rapper Shine were all there, and according to former rapper Mark Curry, Diddy paid Shine $1 million to take the fall for the shooting and serve a 10-year prison sentence. Lil Rod's law
feds are looking for.
$1 million.
I think they're looking was tied to.
That's what I was gonna say.
$1 million. $1 million.
But think about the fact that this actually saved Shine.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, because he
we would have stayed with Diddy.
It did eventually, but
Mace too. Mace talks
look
about
at him now, though. Look at
no, because I keep that shit make me think of when they say Tupac dodged the bullet, but he didn't, and I'm just like,
oh, what? No, Diddy. What?
Lil Rod's lawsuit now suggests it was J-Lo who brought the gun. But it's not just artists that Lil Rod named either. He specifically mentioned Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, in his court documents.
What?
It reads in part, quote, Mr. Combs was known for throwing the best parties. Affiliation with and or sponsorship of Mr. Combs' sex trafficking parties garnered legitimacy and access to political figures, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries like British Royal Prince Harry. Why even name Prince Harry? There's no allegations against him or anything, but why bring him up?
I think it may have been a move to bring more credibility to the filing and say that, basically he being Diddy, was using his fame, fortune, and influence to insulate himself. So he was able to legitimize some of the activities he was doing by having these lavish parties, bringing all these A-list celebrities, but somewhere in a back room or somewhere in another wing, horrible things were happening. So the fact that Prince Harry was there does not necessarily mean he was participating in what was
Damn, he
happening.
was
And
drunk.
just because you were
White
at a
boy
party
Mhm.
doesn't
wasted.
mean you know
This
what's
face so
happening.
damn red, that shirt on, but he was white boy wasted.
They probably were passing him Hennessy.
Smoking blunts, smoking blunts,
Hey,
smoking
this the
blunts.
same dude that was like caught in Vegas like butt naked, and he had pictures and he was covering himself up. He was
Hmm.
wild. He was wild when he
That's
was
why
younger.
that's why you with Megan there.
That's what
That's
I
why
was
you
just
with him
about to
there.
say. That's exactly what I was about to say. That's why he went with Megan, because he was at Puffy's parties. You know what I mean? And if Puffy's parties are as wild as they say they are, Puffy said, "Yo, you like that one over there? Come here, baby. Come here. Take my boy Prince Harry
Yep.
up to a room." You know what I mean? And
Go
Prince
ahead,
Harry
you
got
got
his
that
Really?
first.
Playboy. You got
He
that
yeah he
Drinking
Playboy.
got
Hennessy while getting in Hennessy. That's what he was doing.
he got his first taste of chocolate and never looked back. He said, "Okay, I know what I want."
In
Yeah,
every
he out here
inch of
like
the
my boy
house.
out
I mean, if
Dawson
you think
Street.
about it, if the party's being thrown in a mansion, there are various floors and wings. So it is completely possible that he was there and did not participate. Now, if you had said Prince Andrew, especially as a result of the allegations that came out in connection with the Epstein case, that they were close and that they traveled together, and there was a person that alleged that he had sexually assaulted her while
Why
she
he
was
looking at them
underage,
sunglasses
that would
like
be a
that?
different story. But Prince Harry and the
Yeah, you
way that
can't
it
see
was
through them, but they
mentioned
look
seemed
cool
to
on you.
be
That's
very,
what he's saying.
again, just sort of trying to bring legitimacy and talk about these were the people that Diddy surrounded himself by to protect himself.
His longtime companion, Ghislaine Maxwell, was charged and found guilty of sex trafficking in relation to her time with Epstein. She's currently serving out a lengthy prison sentence. Lil Rod compares Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Cahorum, to Ghislaine Maxwell, saying she ordered sex workers and prostitutes for Mr. Combs and ordered and distributed ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms to Mr. Combs and his celebrity guests who were present on his rented yacht and in his homes in LA, NYC, and Miami.
None of these cases, when you have these high-profile people that have been using people over years,
We're having parties like on
these
Blow.
cases happen without a
You
hitch.
know what I
R.
mean?
Kelly had a handler.
Man,
Epstein had a handler. Weinstein had a handler. Everybody has, in those scenarios of those powerful people, powerful men that are abusing other people, they have someone that does their dirty work. And it's
Why
usually
he
not
look like
only
he
just
about to
one
cry?
person, it's several people who may have different duties.
But that's the
oh,
thing. Do you have all these people that do the duties, and all these people end up either not getting charged or they flip, right? Because they're gonna get charged, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like if they catch, like they said, if they catch this dude with the drug stuff and he flips on Puffy, that's pretty much all the evidence they need. He'll be like a star witness, and he'll probably have a whole bunch of proof and shit on Puffy. And like I said, like
he'll be sitting in there like old buddy on state property.
Somebody said he gonna run away and let the kids take the fall.
I heard that. I heard that. I also heard
No,
I
I
also
don't
heard
believe it.
someone say that he might commit suicide because Puffy's not strong enough to handle this situation like that. Someone that knows him, and I think I have the video which I could show where he said that. So that could be possible too. And then if you see the video where Puffy's at the airport in Miami where they thought he fled, he's just pacing around. Like he's pacing around. There's another TikTok video where he's at a party and they're saying he looks uncomfortable, but that could be anything, right? But when his place was getting raided, they show him pacing around like, oh, like what the fuck type of thing. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, that's probably what you'd be thinking if you're, yo, Puffy, they're raiding your place. What? What
And
the?
all
You
of
know
this
what I
was
mean?
supposed to be a surprise, is what they say. That's why they did it
Mm-hmm.
simultaneously, as far as every spot at one time.
Yes. Yes. But like I said earlier, Puffy should have been able to see this stuff coming, right? Because we're not stupid. You could see all the allegations that were popping up. You know they're onto something big. There should be no evidence whatsoever in his place. They should come up there with nothing if he's smart. But like Nadia said, these guys are narcissistic and they think that they can get away with everything, and he might not have got rid of everything.
Once again, he still hasn't been charged yet. So you gotta be clear. He ain't been charged
yet. 100%.
But you know what though? I don't think he the big fish, honestly. I think he got some information of somebody they need, and as soon as he try to start singing, somebody gonna kill it. Somebody gonna off his ass. Watch. He ain't gonna commit suicide. Somebody gonna off him.
Hey,
they gotta make it look like an accident.
Yes, yes. And there's a connection, right? They're connecting Puffy to Michael Jackson's death, right? Because the security guard for Puffy was the security guard for Michael Jackson, and he had just got out of college, right? And he was only Michael Jackson's head security for 10 months before Michael Jackson died. And the only two people that were there were him and the doctor. So they had this whole connection to now he's working for Puffy, right? And anytime there's an issue, Puffy tells his people to call him, right? So if you have any issues with the police or anything like that, call this guy. It's crazy. It's the rabbit hole for this stuff is unbelievable. It's so
I seen
crazy.
somewhere it said Suge Knight posted where he was like, the raid ain't about Puffy, it's about them destroying evidence on other people.
That's what I heard too.
Yes. That could be a situation too. Right? Because you gotta understand, these high elites, the money that they have, they're in people's pockets. You know what I mean? So if someone like a senator or something like that, hey man, we have a video, or we heard that Puffy has a video and you're in it or I'm in it. Okay, we're gonna raid this house.
Puffy might be making the same calls too. Like, hey man, it's about to go down. What's up? Y'all got me? I'm talking about these high ups. Like, y'all got me? What's up?
He done burned too many bridges.
Nigga nervous.
And he'll cry in front of his maid. You know something up.
Mark my words, he's going to jail, guys. Like, there's no doubt about it. He's not getting out of this.
So again, seeing this woman being his handler, being the person to get him drugs, being the person to procure sex workers for him, being the person to basically be on cleanup duty in case of covering up or silencing people that want to come forward. That's not a massive.
Hold on, shit, I messed up. So you're saying that's a badass one, right? And I'm like, I agree with you, but yet you want booty. You know what I mean? You want man's booty. You have that nice looking chick.
It's the image. You know what I mean? You want the image of saying, look what I got on my side. But when the lights go red in that little enclosed area,
Good, John. So I'm tired. Stayed up late last night. No problem, Donnie. Have a good one. It's all good. Always appreciate it. Let's continue.
Good, want to come forward. That's not unusual.
But good job for what though?
Also going to bear the brunt of criminal liability, just like Ghislaine Maxwell did, and basically had to take the entire brunt of the criminal justice system alone because of the fact that Epstein committed suicide and was not able to be held accountable. And
in R. Kelly, we saw quite a large sentence for him. What could P. Diddy be facing if he is convicted of eventual indictments?
Yeah, well, it all depends on what charges are brought and how many counts of each charge is brought, right? Because for each,
thanks for the $2 super chat, Danny.
charge is usually one victim or survivor attached to that charge. So if the U.S. Attorney's Office is able to pull together 15 survivors, right, and they're willing to come forward and testify, you may see 15 counts. So the question will be, if he's convicted, will all those counts run concurrently, meaning at the same time, or would they all be consecutive? And if it's consecutive, he could be looking at life plus, right? If they're run concurrently, again, depending on the universe of what is charged, he's going to be looking at a prison sentence if convicted. There's going to be no
For
way
sure.
around that.
Is there
For
any
sure.
possibility that he walks away clean from this, that everything is dropped and he faces no charges or any prison time?
Not impossible. I mean, anything is possible, but I don't see that happening. I see him kind of going the path of R. Kelly, where again, for so many decades, he was able to act with impunity and just, with harming so many, young women.
People.
But eventually he had to pay the piper. And
Most
eventually he
likely.
ended up with a prison sentence. So that in this juncture, from what's been publicly available, from reading Little Rod's filing, from reading and hearing about the horrible things that Cassie Ventura endured during her nearly a decade relationship with him that started when she was a young
That's the
woman.
thing. That's it.
I'm not seeing a scenario where he can escape liability, criminal liability. I'm just not seeing it. It's possible, but I'm not seeing it.
In a statement, Diddy's attorney Sean Hawley denies all of Lil Rod's allegations. He writes, quote, "His reckless name-dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies." Diddy's son, Justin Combs, is also mentioned in the lawsuit. A statement released from him reads in part, quote, "Justin Combs categorically denies these absurd allegations. They are all lies. This is a clear example of a desperate
but what
person
else is
taking
he gonna
desperate
say?
measures in hopes of a payday. There will be legal consequences for all defamatory statements made about the Combs family."
I mean, what else is he gonna say? Of course he's gonna say it's a lie, right? That's gonna be the defense. Yeah, it's all a
Basically
lie.
trying to
It's
talk
all...
to you, Fit.
Yeah, pretty much. But at the end of the day, if whatever evidence they got, that's what's gonna get Tim, But as I said earlier, the internet has no chill. And if you guys haven't seen some of the memes for this shit, here's one of them. It says P. Diddy fleeing the country.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? What else do we have? Hold on. I have a few more. And I'm just like, I didn't even play the song for that one. Shit. Okay. Hold on. What's the next one? Here's the next one. Put on the music.
Yeah, we could do this every weekend. That's right. Is that all right with you? Yeah.
Oh, they roll over that one.
Tell your friend.
No,
My
Diddy. No, Diddy.
Friends.
No.
Shit, we could do this every weekend.
Not the little
right.
Nas X video.
Is that all right with you? Yeah. Keep banging.
Keep banging. No, Diddy.
I'm telling you, the internet is
everything Jack now, whatever he say.
It's undefeated, bro. The internet is undefeated. What else? Oh, here's this one. Let me put this up here. R. Kelly and P. Diddy. Let's get hard. Hold on, let me put this on the side so you guys can see it. Like, it's... I don't know, man. When I see these things with the internet, I just like, you guys are undefeated. They make fun of everybody, and the memes that they come up with are unfreaking believable.
They also getting Vince McMahon too. They was on him.
Yeah, I seen the Diddler one. Yeah, for sure. Final thoughts on the Diddy stuff, guys. What are your final thoughts on the R. Kelly stuff? Is he going to jail? Because I think he's going to jail.
R. Kelly in jail, brother.
No, I'm talking about Diddy.
Oh.
Go ahead, you think Diddy?
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to jail. Honestly, I'm like, he ain't been charged yet. I got to wait till he just actually charged, got some type of indictment or something. Because it might be some name we ain't seen yet that they might be actually looking for, that he might be actually cooperating with them with. Because they did talk to him at the airport, so, and they supposed to have some drug mule of his. Like,
yeah,
how they got all this shit and he ain't arrested yet?
Because they gotta have charges.
Yeah,
Can't
I
just
think they're
They
arrest
got
people
building
some
it
without.
up.
charges. If the feds are running in this house, they got
It
some type
gotta
of charge.
stick though. It gotta stick. It gotta be something so where he can't get out with bail and stuff like that. Like what's
Because I believe they
Restoration.
have stuff already. They just want to make sure that their case is
That's
100% solid. You know what I mean? Because if you check on it, like the Homeland Security, FBI, I heard they say like their win percentage is like 99%.
it.
So
96, 98%.
right.
hmm
So they only go after you when they know they have enough that they're gonna get an indictment. And I think
Especially when
that's
you
what
high
they're doing now.
profile.
Facts. 100%. JG?
Man, it looks
JG.
like he. Can you
Texting
hear me?
Diddy.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. It looks like I can't fucking low key. Look
What? What?
that beauty.
Man, it's all right, JG, if you over there
look,
texting. I'm saying, well, look, I'm a fan. Don't worry about it, Diddy.
my bad, my bad, my bad. uh, it looked like he. I mean, I can't see why how he can't go to jail at this point, unless he's working with them, giving them some information they need. And if he does, I mean, you might see in the news next few weeks or next couple months. Diddy done died of an
Mhm.
overdose or some weird shit. I mean, so
Oh, like
He
I'm
had
how
to
just
kick the
Kim
saying.
brother in the
Porter
bank.
mysteriously died. Of
Hmm.
what
Yes.
did she die of? A heart attack or
Yes.
something crazy that was just like, nah, y'all
Mm-hmm.
lying.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, right? Because Diddy probably seen like he probably seen some shit too. He knows some shit. So it's like, all right, if I'm going down, everybody's going down, and you know
Hmm.
that that's not gonna happen because
You know what I'm
I'd be
saying? Are we gonna
squealing.
get the Nino Brown courtroom scene? What's up?
Facts. I'd be squealing. I'd be like, oh yeah, all right. You know what I mean? No,
When
no,
this
you're
is
not
all
taking
over,
me
come
down.
work for me.
You're not taking me down without a fight. So I'm gonna blab everything. And I think they probably know that. So either one, the higher ups, well, I think of the higher ups that are setting this up anyway. So they're probably gonna make sure that he goes to jail. And then in jail, we'll see if he gets hung like hangs himself like Epstein did.
Yes.
You know? Any final thoughts, Nadia?
Did he
Is he going to
did
jail?
it?
Is he
It's-
going to
I
jail?
mean, it's the D, the I, the D, the D, the
Man,
Y, the D, the I, the D is D.
no Diddy.
Man,
Diddy did
what was it I seen? It was like no Diddy did it or something like that. Like they are just killing him right now, bro, and it's crazy, unbelievable. But the next topic that I have on
Reap
going
what
on,
you sow.
yes, and we're
Uh,
coming to another person who is starting to reap what they sow. Candice Owens. Did you guys hear she was finally fired from the Daily Wire?
Ah, man.
Yeah, and it's funny
The,
because
the,
when I seen her on Joe Buttons, I was like, wait, Candice Owens is on Joe Buttons? Really?
she got
And
to
then I
come back to
seen
the back, got to come crawling back to the black community. I need y'all support. No, you self hating, self righteous, narcissistic. I'm going to stop because now I'm
oh
diagnosing people.
don't worry. We're gonna get into her. What are your thoughts on it real quick, LOWKEY and JG? First LOWKEY.
What, Candice Owens? I mean, I seen a
Yeah.
little bit of her Joe Budden's interview. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, she's somebody that speaks on certain shit where it's like,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Cause okay, so we all know the type of narrative that she talks about, right?
look,
What do you think? Yeah, go ahead.
she she say shit that makes sense, but then turn around and
yeah,
say some crazy shit on top of it. So it'd be like it be stuff about the black community to be true, and we be like, yeah, but then she throw some extra white supremacist sauce on it, and we be like,
Yes.
bitch, now you doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
damn, you were saying some good shit, but wait.
Exactly. Exactly. You just
The
and
narrative be
that's
on
where that
point
self hate
sometimes.
come in.
But you see, here's the thing, right? She goes and gets signed with Daily Wire, right? and she's able to say whatever the hell she wants to about her people, right? She could say everything, this and that, and we're going to bring up some of the stuff that she has said about it. But then she starts talking about Israel, right? And she taking the side of the Palestinians. And then Ben Shapiro comes out and calls her a name, right? Then she has this interview, and I don't know if you guys seen it, but she has an interview with this rabbi that calls her anti-Semite and really like gets into her. And everybody that's watched the video that I've seen, like all these other big channels, they're saying that no, the rabbi was trying to put this information out there, but a lot of them don't believe she is that an anti-Semite, whatever. But whatever. That's what got her fired from the Daily Wire. So it's not the fact that she was saying all of these things about black people. It's when she said stuff about the Jews, right? Because
Same
Ben
with
Shapiro,
Kanye.
exactly.
Same with Kanye, because he said slavery was a choice, and it's like,
Exactly.
nigga.
And so it's okay. Right. So it's okay to say that, right? No one said shit when Kanye did it. No one said shit when Candice Owens says this. But the minute you say something about Israel and the Jews and what they're doing over there, you get fired. And now she's doing what a lot of these black, conservatives do, is they try to come back to us because she knows that her following from the Daily Wire is not going to be following her in what she's doing going forward. So what she does is she tries to come back to the black people, Joe Button. Then she gets on the Breakfast Club. No telling what other type of platform she is going to get on, right? So I got this video here. We're going to discuss this a little bit and get into it. Let me bring this up.
Had been beefing for a few months, pretty much since everything started.
And I get this guy's name real quick, but this video is just, I chopped it up a bit, but he has a great video. You guys go watch it, man. It's funny and everything. So
with the atrocities in Gaza. And so, I had no idea that they had, their shenanigans going, because she's not somebody I really pay that much attention to. And I'm like, something is going on, because, now she's appearing on these different shows that a lot of times she normally wouldn't necessarily go on and have such a nuanced approach even with her interview. So I'm like, okay, she's been on the Breakfast Club, she's been on the Joe Budden podcast.
Check it out in a bit.
I don't consider those outlets black media, but I am aware that these are outlets that market to black audiences. And so, and even that, they gave her some slap on the wrist interviews. I'm like, see, y'all let these people come on here and they can disrespect us all day. And then when they come on y'all shows, y'all don't call them out on anything, but whatever. And so I'm just sitting here like, something is off. I was like, I feel like she's low-key rebranding, right? It feels like it. Like she's not jumping all the way in, but she's inching closer, right? And so then I find out that she has been fired from the Daily Wire, right? Ben Shapiro and her, that beef they've been having, he was like, you're done. You're out of here. Done. And so I find out today, she's been fired from Daily Wire. And then I was...
So let me be clear, because I didn't know this, but Ben Shapiro is a part owner of the Daily Wire, but he has no say of who they hire and who they fire. There's another guy that takes care of that. So I didn't know that. So when he's talking about Ben Shapiro, I was just clarifying that Ben Shapiro does. I'm sure he has some sort of say, right? Because he is a co-owner, but he really doesn't. He said he doesn't have anything to do with the firing. So
reading the post, because I said, well, let me see what the scoop is with this, right? And so she makes this post.
Yeah, I seen that one too, Andre.
The rumors are true. I am finally free. If you would like to support my work, you can head to CandiceOwens.com, where you will be directed to my locals page, or you can give a gift at GoCandice.com. There will be many announcements in the weeks to come. And then she put the American flag and a cross, because, she's a Christian. She loves the Lord. And then the next part, because I was like, wait a minute, give a gift. This something don't sound right here. And then the next page, join Team Candice. And it has a part where you can donate. And you can donate, what, $5, $10, $15, $25, $50, $100, $250? Yeah, so in the world of safe spaces, Candice Owens is creating one where thoughts can flow freely from politics and culture to good and the bad. Follow her straight into the center of it all. Support her. And donations. I said, donations?
She passed the collective
not miss, get rid of welfare, and folks need to stop asking for handouts and entitlement program and pull yourself up by the bootstrap and people don't work harder. Donations? Donations? What?
Facts. And if you listen to Candice Owens, you've heard her say that many times about, especially when she talks about reparations. Oh no, no, no! You're just giving you money. Got to get up and work hard and everything.
Run
And
me
she,
my
yes,
motherfucking check, America.
yes. And now she on here asking for donations, right? So that's the hypocrisy of this chick. That's really what it boils down to, and more. Watch.
Really? Wow. 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 Okay? Like Oprah. Wow. Donations, huh? Okay. Like, and my thing is like, you just got fired. You already asking for donations? This is a new firing. Like, your name and stuff is still in the system. You still got a paycheck coming. You know, they got to still pay you for whatever you work for, and you already at the donations phase? Interesting. Okay, so, and so it goes to the point where you start to see things work in that cycle, right? Every now and then, there's always a prominent black figure who decides to latch onto all of the anti-black talking points they can latch onto because they know that there is money to be made when they can get behind some foolery and some nonsense. She is definitely one of those people. But when the tides turn, when doors are closed, when opportunities get cut off, when the source of the money gets challenged and compromised, what do folks always do? And I said this literally on the last live. They always start trying to rebrand to come on back home to Black America and come to the black folks. So next step is, hey y'all, you know, I finally watched BAPS. I saw Friday and Boys in the Hood. I understand now. Wakanda forever, Black Power. And I'm like, nah. It ain't that easy. You don't get to just jump back up in here and think you're going to be in charge of nothing.
So here's the thing, right? Because I kind of equate what's going on with her, but a little bit differently, to Amazing Lucas. Amazing Lucas, if you guys don't know, was Candice Owens before Candice Owens, right? All those talking points that Candice Owens had, he was talking that shit constantly. I used to hate this guy, right? I'm like, oh my God, this guy's like, I can't watch him. Then he did this George Floyd stream. So I said, you know what? Let me go hear this guy's stupidness, and it was a different Lucas that I heard. Right? I was like, wow, okay, that's not. And then I started following him again, and I realized that he had an epiphany. Right? So I
I
was
call
able
those
to.
nigga moments.
Yeah, right,
When
right.
somebody reminds you that you a nigga, that's a nigga moment.
Yes, exactly. But you see, he had his nigger moment on his own. Candice Owens is forced to have hers, right? Because if she didn't get fired from the Daily Wire, she wouldn't have been on Joe Buttons. She wouldn't have been on the Breakfast Club. She would have continued doing what she was doing. But because she was fired, she's forced now to go back and come back to us, right? That's the problem. She is forced to do it. Lucas, he's seen the hypocrisy with the George Floyd stuff, and that's when he flipped. So when you see it on your own, I'm willing to at least, let me see what you're about. Candace Owens is not like that. And that's why she's a grifter. And she started off, what they're saying is she started off, I think, left wing or whatever, then moved into what she's doing now, and now trying to creep back into what the black people stuff. Any thoughts on that before I continue? Go ahead.
She been on Club Shay Shay yet?
Soon. She's having a grift. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not genuine though, because like you said, it didn't happen organically, and she didn't find out for herself. It's being forced upon her. So she's basically trying to pander to black people. And no, like I said, you be making good points. I mean, but Azalea Banks make good points too.
Exactly.
But I mean, but she also go off the deep end and say some crazy shit too. It's be like, good, yeah, I be like, good point, Azalea. No, what are you talking about?
I feel like Candace Owens would have had these conversations with these black platforms before she started venturing off and doing what she was doing and getting fired from the Daily Wire. Maybe it would have kind of looked a little different because she would have actually had these talking points with them and got their point of views, and they would have got her point of view. So
yes. And when she went on these podcasts, when she went on the Breakfast Club, they didn't challenge her. When she went on Joe Buttons, they didn't challenge her, right? They didn't challenge her the talking points that she has said, which they'll get to in some of this video, but they didn't challenge her. It was like some puff piece. And I'm pretty sure they were like, okay, Candice, you want to come on? No problem. What can we talk about? What can't we talk about? Well, we could talk about this. We could talk about that, but we can't talk about this. Like they knew right away what stuff they could bring up and stuff they couldn't bring up. I 100% don't believe it was a free for all conversation. You know what I mean? Because now you going on a platform to try and grift, you can't look bad. So it's like, no, I don't want to talk about that. No, and she's the type of person I believe that would do stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I don't like her 100%. I don't like the grift.
You know, if you get the luxury to even be brought back into the collective, you on punishment for like 10 years, okay? You on probation. You don't get to be in charge of nothing. Your opinion does not even get to be heard. You just get to sit in silence and be happy you in the room. Because we've seen this pattern happen so many times. It makes me think back to Paris Denard, who did all that cooning and running around and embarrassing himself. And then as soon as them allegations came out against him, look how they dumped him. Quick, got him up out of there, right? Done. Omarosa told all us we was going to bow down to Trump. We were going to be at his mercy and everything else like that. And as soon as he fired her and her father didn't work no more and she couldn't go to the Christmas party and get in the eggnog and the champagne and sit on Santa's lap and all that other stuff, now she got a book and now she's doing a press run. And you know, well, I'm just trying to take care of my people. My people. I'm like, y'all be on it. Where was the people when you was getting behind that nonsense and you knew that these folks are all about anti-blackness and don't give two F words about black people collectively with anything, but you saw a personal come up, right? And sat there and played in our faces. You know what I mean? And it's the same. You just see that cycle. Even Don Lemon, right? He was on some nonsense for years, right? Then he went on across the water, went to Ghana, got his black people wake-up call, came back, started shaking the table, and now he's no longer at CNN. And then when he thought he had a new opportunity with Elon Musk, which should have been strike 1,500 for him, he should have realized Elon is not somebody to run behind. Look how quick Elon got him up out of there, right?
See, I never knew anything about Don Lemon, to be honest with you. I didn't know he was doing them talking points. I just, like, I seen the interview he had with Elon Musk, and I knew some things a little bit before that, but I've never really knew he was into the Candice Owens category. So, but whatever.
So you constantly see how things move, how things work. Like, Van Jones, you next. But anyway, so let's jump into it. All right, now I'm not about to sit here and go through everything that she said because, again, this has been her brand. This is the kind of stuff she was spewing out weekly on her platform. So we would be here all day if we went down the list of all the crazy things she said. But I'm just going to go through a few because I want you guys to take note of a certain pattern that you'll notice, right? And so the first thing I'll bring out is, again, her response to a lot of people being outraged about the police brutality that has been taking place in the United States, and as far as the people who've been protesting and calling for change and action and trying to organize, she said that entire demographic, especially the black folks who were complaining about it, were a bunch of whiny toddlers. Understand the language being used is the language that, again, appeases what you call the Ben Shapiro disciples who think there is nothing wrong with how things operate. And because, again, challenging the status quo means that they would have to be uncomfortable. So in her role is to make sure that they stay comfortable. And by her being that token Negro that can say all the talking points that they want to hear, they can feel justified in their viewpoints by her endorsing them. So that's kind of how she moves. Then we get to the conversation of Juneteenth. Now, me personally, I've always said I wish they didn't make it a federal holiday because I felt like that was something that was in-house for black people collectively. That was something we celebrated amongst ourselves. Now that it has been exploited and disrespected, you know, it's in the same way that the Negro National Anthem, I'm not a fan of it being sung at the NFL games. Not because I don't think the song is important, but I think that song is for us. And now that it's been put on this platform, it's open for people to keep disrespecting it and disregarding it, and it's like it's tarnished something that was for us. So I've always felt that.
You guys feel the same way about that?
I feel that way about anything that's for us, about us. And I'm just being out. That's why I go so hard for hip hop. Like, bruh, and it's not even about keeping white people out. The thing is we created that was for us by us. Also with the help of I'll give the Latins their sharing it too, but you know, and that's why I go so hard for it, because it's like it gets, and I'm not saying that white people taint it, I'm just saying it just gets tainted by other people that come in and disrespect it and call what they put on a whack ass beat hip hop. Like, bro, that's not hip hop.
big, big up to LL Cool J. That's all I'm gonna say. Big up to
all
LL
good.
Cool J.
Go ahead. Throw your little shade in there. Go ahead. No Diddy. All good.
do you feel the same way as him though, low-key? That
When you
you
do
think that
verses
we
with me, when I pick Diddy, what you say now?
do you agree with him that we shouldn't have had the black national anthem at the Super Bowl? And
Absolutely.
yeah,
Everything they done been through with Colin Kaepernick, like what the fuck? No, that's not the place to as far as that representation. No, not the NFL.
JG, you?
Of course not. You know, look what they did to Colin Kaepernick. They still blackballing him and trying to get back in the NFL. You want to sing the Negro national anthem? Like, no, fuck y'all. No.
But they like, look, we
give
got
that nigga
Jay-Z.
job. Yeah, I know, right? Token. And I think they might come after Jay-Z next. I just don't think Jay-Z's
Hey, don't
stupid
put my
enough.
name out there.
I just don't think
He said they already got him. We just talking to his AI.
Facts.
Wait, but her viewpoints on Juneteenth, she said it's ghetto and it's made up, right? Now we're in a point
So
where,
it's her birthday.
again, there's not even a respect for the.
What was that?
I said, so it's her birthday.
Facts. You see what I'm saying? This is the same person, and I was watching a video. Can't remember whose video it was, but they were talking about how mediocre tutorial reviews, whatever. But he was reading the comments, and the comments were like all in favor of Candice Owens, and she was getting enough love. And I'm like, do you guys see this stuff that she's saying? Why are we giving her love? Why are they? And I didn't read the comments. It could have been a lot of white people in the chat that always have followed her or whatever. I don't know, but you know what I mean.
Plight of Black Americans. There's not even.
She might have people
for our
that filter
experiences.
them.
And again,
that too.
The idea of calling something ghetto, you know what that means, right? That's her disassociating from what she deems as black. Because again, for a lot of people from the outside looking in, they see black people as all of us are just ghetto. And hey, there is nothing wrong with being who you are, but the issue is this. She recognizes that by kind of distancing herself and saying that's ghetto, it paints her to be in a light of, I'm not like those Negroes. I'm special. I'm different. Because her brand has also been, I'm just so intelligent. That's why nobody understands me. So again, she's going to break her neck to spew out all these terrible talking points and things that just make no sense, all again to appease that same demographic at the expense of everybody else, right? That's kind of been the way that she moves, right? Then again, we saw her response to the concern that a lot of people started having with regard to the rise in white nationalism, especially after what happened in Charlottesville and the dude ran over the girl and killed the girl with the car and everything. And she thought that, okay, that response is stupid. Right? You guys are being stupid, overreactive. There's not a rise in white nationalism. And we've seen what's happened in this country in the last 8 years, right? And then when it came to Breonna Taylor, and for me, this was a sore point because I remember being on this platform dragging people because folks wanted to sit here and be stupid. But for her, this is her tweet. Idiot take. Breonna Taylor, and this is, again, her speaking but mocking folks. Idiot take. Breonna Taylor must have been shot because she was black and not because her boyfriend was a career criminal drug dealer who fired at police first while she was standing behind him. It's Ray, R-A-Y-C-ism. Racism.
Now you see, and this is what she does a lot too, is where she'll say stupid shit like that, but doesn't give the full context of the whole fucking situation, right? When the police knocked on the door, it was a no warrant that they had, right? So they didn't have to show any warrant. They didn't know it was the cops that were in the door. You know what I mean?
They didn't have very triggering, by the way.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But this is the woman that they are trying to bring back into the community, and not one of these guys, Breakfast Club, Charlemagne, right, or Joe Buttons, questioned her on this stuff that she was talking about. Not one person mentioned it on those streams. I don't even think she did a video with Destiny. I don't even think he tried to check her on a few things, but he didn't go hard on her either. You know what I mean? And I one time I was watching Lucas and I was like, yo, you should debate her. And he was like, he tried. She won't debate him. He actually said he knows her and spoke to her and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And he said, like, I'll debate you. And he said she won't debate him.
And I'm like, see, here we go. Now we've already.
What was that, LOWKEY?
You talking about Jonah?
No, I'm talking about Amazing Lucas.
Oh,
He was trying to debate Candice Owens, and she wouldn't debate him.
Already seen the outcome of what happened with the Breonna Taylor situation. We ended up discovering, okay, there was a whole police cover-up, there was police misconduct, police were charged. No, the boyfriend that was in the apartment was not a drug dealer, and no, she was not standing behind him. She was shot in her bed, right? But again, the idea of stripping away the narrative of truth and helping to paint a narrative of the idea that black people are always criminals, and that when black people are unjustifiably killed by the police, you know, there's a reason behind it and it's justified. And I want us to also get out of the habit of thinking that, you know, it's normal for police to just keep going and killing folks, because when she does that, that's what she's endorsing, the idea that, oh well, you should have complied, you should have did whatever. And so she painted the picture of Breonna Taylor brought it on herself, right? Somebody who had her own 9-to-5, had, you know, and mind you, understand, the boyfriend that was in that situation that, you know, ended up shooting at police because the police did a no-knock warrant, showed up half of them weren't in uniform, and he's thinking somebody's breaking in, and he defended himself because any other time, she's also somebody who loves to tout and run around talking about guns save lives. Now here's somebody who's using their Second Amendment right. You want to criminalize him. Why? Because here's a black man, and he fits the description of exactly what it is that you want to speak out against, because again, there's that demographic and that collective that you want to appease because it puts a bigger paycheck in your pocket. So that was some nonsense in regard to that. And she never backtracked with the Breonna Taylor situation. Once it was discovered there was a police cover-up and people were charged, and then you found out it was even bigger, and it was even an entire gentrification deal, like all kind of stuff going on, all kind of corruption behind Daniel Cameron and crew. You haven't heard any kind of backtracking. Then Ahmaud Arbery, the same thing. This is the individual that we saw get shot and killed by them racist people, right? Who are all now who've been convicted, right? But before the convictions, what did she say? Ahmaud Arbery was caught on camera breaking into an unfinished property that was owned by Larry English. His mother has confirmed it's him in the video. Please stop with the just a jogger BS narrative. Avid joggers don't wear khaki shorts and stop to break into homes. And then the next stop, now we got to pivot and jump into somewhere else. Black America, when 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee is lured from a basketball court down an alleyway and shot dead by a black gang member, crickets. Black America, when a repeat burglar is shot dead after breaking into someone's home. Racism, injustice, protest. Our culture is a joke. Hey, first of all, you can drop this R because you're not a part of it, and you've chosen.
See what I'm saying, though? Like, when you put this stuff together, and anybody that wants to research it can just go to her pages and see all of this information that she's talking about. But yet they want to she wants to come back after saying all of this stuff. You can kick rocks with that. You can kick rocks with that, man. Go ahead, Nadia. I know you have like you're gonna say something. Go ahead.
I'm sitting here on some Hunger Game shit. Like, if you want to come back, like if you speak like this against the black community, the only way you can come back is to go through these like tests and shit.
Okay, well, hold on. Hold on. Now that you said that, that's good
Like,
because the Breakfast Club did put her on a test, and I'm gonna the Breakfast Club did put her on a test. I'm gonna check the panel. So panel, God is good
all the time.
What you?
What's going on?
Nigga, you just supposed to finish it. You just supposed to finish it.
I didn't know. I'm like, you say God's good. I'm like, yes, God is good.
All the time. All the time.
All the time. Okay, all the time. Yeah.
All the
exactly.
time. God is good.
So
come on now.
So hold on. Now that you guys got that one, let me bring this up. Hold on, where is it? Because they did that. They asked her that. I don't think I have it, but they asked her that on the Breakfast Club. They were like, "God is good," and she was like, "God is good, Amen." And they're like, "Come on, Candice, you don't know that?" And here it is. I do have it. Okay, hold on.
No, she don't, because she don't attend black churches.
Exactly.
Because they're ghetto. They run around and scream.
Here we go.
Finish this response. God is good.
God is good. Amen.
No.
God is great.
No.
Like I said,
God is good
all the time.
And all the time,
God is good.
That's right.
Where's that from?
Jesus Christ, came.
Lord Jesus. They don't even go to church no more and I do that.
God is good all the time.
Oh. Everybody said it.
No, I
Okay,
definitely
did you go to
didn't
black
get that
churches?
one. No, I guess I didn't go to enough black churches growing up.
No, you did.
Duh.
White people that
Duh.
say that shit, she just don't even know what the hell. Look,
Anyway.
Mm.
But notice
You know what I mean? Cash money for 99 and for the 2000s. Laughing. Yeah, exactly. Like, but yet you want to come back, right? You don't know that and you want to come back. Get out of here with that shit.
two things, right? With Ahmaud Arbery painting the narrative of, again, violent burglar, when in reality, when you look at the footage, it's just this dude checking out some random spot that's under construction. There's nothing to steal from a construction site. What is he going to take? One of the beams? Be for real.
Yep.
But painting the narrative of him being a criminal. We get to the trial, people are convicted. Turns out he wasn't doing nothing but jogging. But again, she never backtracked. She still runs it and runs with those same viewpoints because she knows that, again, it fits the narrative of how people want to see black men in that specific image. Same thing with black women when we talk Breonna Taylor. Then what does she do? Pivots. The same thing we see all the time when people call out the flaws within police brutality and flaws within racism in this United States. And then instead of addressing that, she wants to all of a sudden care about the black child that was lured by gang members and killed. When it's like, if you cared about it like you really did, it wouldn't be a response into something else. That would have been the first thing you were talking about on your platform. You have all kind of coalitions going after gang violence. And then the part that gets me the most is time after time, there are so many grassroots organizations that work to combat intra-community violence, right? Violence within the community. So many different groups. If you follow my channel, you know for like the last handful of years, right here specifically for DC, I have a link to the nonprofit group Guns Down Friday, right? There's all these groups that fight and claw to try to help and fix some of the issues in the collective and in the community. But you know what? They never pay attention to those groups. They only kind of weaponize the idea of violence within black communities when they need to justify why white people have done something terrible to somebody black. Now they want to paint the narrative like, oh, you guys, it's all in your head. This is what you need to be focused on. Oh no, people can focus on more than one thing. But the problem is you want black folks to stay silent in regard to anti-blackness because, again, too much smoke against that collective that keeps you paid all of a sudden means you have to work a little bit harder to fight that narrative because you must maintain that status quo. That's what that's all about. It's not about her caring about anything about Tyshawn Lee because that his name never came out of her mouth until she needed to find a reason to justify why Ahmaud Arbery is dead.
Facts.
Right? Nonsense. Right? And it gets deeper than that. And then, again, you know, she was somebody who, again, was advocating for getting rid of the idea of welfare. And I want people to understand, first of all, when she's saying welfare, understand the imaging that she's utilizing. She knows when we go as far back to the Reagan era and the idea of welfare queen and everything, that term is now associated with black people. And not just associated with black people, but put into this narrative of black people that game the system and don't work and don't try and don't do anything and they just take all of the tax dollars. When in reality, understand that welfare has so many pockets and layers it falls into. If there's somebody who is raising a child that has special needs, they get money from the state. That is technically welfare, right? You know, even for people who have full 9-to-5 salaries and live in different cities, these cities have gotten so expensive in regard to rent that you have things called like affordable dwelling units and different programs that subsidize your rent based on how much you get paid, right? And so that technically falls under a welfare bracket, right? You know, food programs, all kind of food assistance, all these different things. She's advocating to get rid of all of that. Not because all of a sudden it will make society better, but because again, it appeases that demographic that she markets herself to. Then we get to George Floyd, right? She literally helped push the narrative that he didn't die from an officer, Derek Chauvin, literally sitting on his neck and putting all of his body weight on this man's neck for 8 minutes. Oh no, he had fentanyl in his system. That's how he died. And I'm like, so you're telling me that had he never been stopped by police, he was just going to walk out of that store and drop dead. That's what you're saying. And she was so pressed about it, she ended up creating a documentary to further push this narrative, which again, the documentary kind of fell apart anyway. And then,
did any of you guys see that documentary?
Didn't know, didn't care.
Oh, you didn't know she had it? Yeah, I did. And I seen some of it, and I kid you not, I couldn't watch more than 10 minutes of this shit. I was like, what the? She actually went to people who knew him, right? And tried to pretend like she was just doing this puff piece, and then got to the interview and tried to catch them. It was so fucking unbelievable. The stuff that she did, I couldn't do it. I was like, nope, I'm not watching any more of this. And he's right, 100%. That's what I think. That's when I really started like, I can't stand this chick because she was the one running around with all the George Floyd and who died of drugs and it wasn't Chauvin and all of that stuff. She was championing that shit like crazy. And that's when Amazing Lucas changed, he changed because he's seen what everybody was saying and doing about the George Floyd stuff, which was contradictive to a lot of the things that he was believing at first, right? So she still, till this day, I bet you will still say that, well, she probably won't now because she's trying to get in with us, but these are questions they should have asked her on those interviews, right? But of course, she probably wouldn't have let them. Go ahead, guys. JG.
Well, to quote the great Dr. Umar Johnson, I know a lot of people don't like him. She needs 10,000 lashes and excommunicado in the black community. All right. You need the NAACP when you were in high school. You need to get out of that and get whatever you're trying to do. We were there for you. And you jump on
A
with
lot.
the other side, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Boo, black people, boo, boo, you're scum, you suck." Boo. Like Nadia said, she does make some good points, right? Then she falls right back into that right wing trap, right? And we all I've talked to people, non-blacks, who said, "I have a black friend. They said this and said that." Right? They use that supposed black friend to say what the fuck they want to say. She's that black friend that they claim to have. Right? She's the black person they put out in the front to speak all this bullshit, so they can say, "See, we're not racist. A black person is saying this too."
Yes, 100%.
So yes, excommunicado. I don't care. You can grovel, cry, you can pop your pussy. I don't care. Nope, you're gone. 1,000 lashes.
Hey, listen, I'm just gonna say it. I can't lie. I didn't know until I saw the documentary, but Candice Owens got some cakes though. I was like, wait a
I
minute.
don't care. I don't
No,
care. I'd rather go to
I'm
P-Diddy party.
That's how
I
I'd
don't care
rather go
either.
to
there go Anzo. That's how she get back in. Anzo.
I don't care
That's how
either.
she gets
But
back in.
I was just saying, when I watched the documentary, right, there's one part where she's walking. I'm like, wait a minute. No. And I rewind it because she was in some jeans. And I
No,
rewind it and I was
Anzo.
like, oh.
No.
Well, she don't look like she got cake sitting down in that desk with her skinny upper part of her body. But when the jeans, I was like, wow, okay. But no, she
I'd
still
rather do a
don't get in.
backflip at
She about to
P-Diddy's party
Nah.
than a
I was
touch
like,
that.
I hear
I
you
ain't
out.
touching.
Let me hear you. I hear you out.
Not really. Well,
Go
She
ahead.
about to
okay,
start
so
taking behind pics from
hold on.
behind, like
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
put the throw the booty on the
I,
sink pics.
hey, I'll hear you out. Doesn't mean I'm gonna change, but I'll hear it out if you know what I mean. And when it's done, I'll be like, yeah, I still don't buy it. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? So I'll
Be
hear
careful,
it out.
Playboy.
You
What the
want them
fuck, Gonzo?
unseasoned yams?
No, I don't
Right.
want that. But I'm no. And LB said, yeah, she fine too. Yeah, she kind of cute too. But I was surprised. I just didn't think she had them cakes. I was like, okay,
Look at
wow.
you, Anzo. Look what you done started, man. Now you got to. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think
Now you got me trying to go look at some
But
pictures and
hold
shit.
on,
You got me.
Look,
I might change. Hold up now. I
you know
might
what,
change.
Candice Owens, you got a point. You
no,
got a point.
that's not enough though. That's not enough though. It's not enough. No, I ain't co-signing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not enough.
See?
It's
Yeah,
not
he
enough.
is. Yeah, he is, y'all.
No, it's not. It's not. Yes. Now, if she does that special thing with her mouth, that might be a little bit of a mind changer. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit.
You
Okay.
know what, Uncle? You ain't lying. I might have
I
to. I
told
may
you.
have to.
He don't win the look too. Y'all, nah,
I may have
brothers,
to.
brothers, don't
I told
do it.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
about
still
to.
getting 10,000
I,
lashes though. I'm just saying.
I'm about to sign up for some you want some donations, Candice? All right, I got you. No, I ain't doing that.
She was so shady with how she did it, even finding George Floyd's roommates and not really telling them the purpose of her documentary, but trying to get them to say things that would help push her narrative. Again, pushing the idea of
Did
that
she show
George
his
Floyd
porno?
brought it on himself.
I didn't get that far, to be honest with you. It wouldn't surprise me if she did, right? But the thing that, and I say this all the time, okay, no one is saying that George Floyd was a saint, right? He may have done some stuff back in the day, some crimes or whatever, but what happened to him that day, he wasn't doing any crimes and did not deserve to die. But of course, the fentanyl did it and not the cop on his neck for 9 minutes, you know? He said he watched the whole documentary and I reviewed it. Okay. But did she talk about the porn stuff in there too? Because I'm pretty sure she did. Anything to like make him lower than he
Yeah.
already was, you know? Yeah.
Right? Gaslighting everybody. So nonsense. Then, reparations. Can we get to that? Right? Her thoughts on reparations. Man, this girl here. Reparations are the extraction of money from people who were never slave owners to be given to people who were never slaves. It's revenge for something that was done to ancestors at the expense of people who had nothing to do with it. Again, her having a very vague approach on this conversation of reparations. We know that the conversation of reparations is about a structural issue and the generational wealth accumulated as an end result of slavery, the Jim Crow era, sharecropping. And it gets bigger than that because reparations isn't just tied to slavery. It also ties to, again, what we saw with housing discrimination and redlining and the FHA program and how black people were left out, how black people were left out of the GI program, how black people were left out of the New Deal, how black people were not even allowed to be a part of the FDA program because of the land that many of them used for their farms was heirs land. It didn't qualify for the USDA program. And so they didn't qualify for farming. And that's why we've lost 14 million of the 15 million acres that we once had as farmers. Like, there's all this stuff that's structural, but she decided to paint the picture as a one blanket statement again to make it seem like, oh, let's individualize a structural conversation. Let's take a structural conversation that is all about cause and effect and economics, and let's strip it down to individuals and then say people are out here whining, they're just not earning their keep. But it's so funny because she likes to pick and choose when she cares about racial discrimination, because she certainly sued her high school for it and won, right? She understood how blackness worked then, right? Now that she's gotten this platform, or had this platform, and again, there's that group she needs to appease, she wants to do the whole let me disassociate, pretend I'm not one of them. I don't do that race thing. I don't complain. I'm not a whiny toddler. Like, be for real, right? And again, and then, here we go. And the prime example again, let me find another quote here. All right. I can't think of the last Asian that I ran into that talked about internment camps, she said to the crowd, but black people always want to talk to me about slavery. Right? Again, playing that same game where, again, it's the conversation of let's individualize structural conversations.
So she talking
sorry,
about
Nzo.
so
Go
she
ahead.
want to talk about about Asians, the same Asians that helped them get rid of affirmative action and then complaining that now they don't have the access to affirmative action.
Facts.
Anyway, I'll take Stacey Dash back over Candice Owens. Fuck her.
For real.
Girl, go somewhere. At least Stacey
I was
Dash
about to
got some good movies.
I was about to say, Nzo, that cake ain't big enough to deal with all that bullshit. I can't do it. I can't
That's
do
what
it.
I'm saying. That's why I said
Cake ain't big
I
enough
said
for all that.
exactly. I said she got cakes, but it ain't big enough for all the shit she talks, right? And let's ask ourselves a question, right? Is this the grift, or does she really believe the things that she says? I don't think so. I think it's the grift. I think this is what she knows is going to make her money, or was going to make her money, and that's what she did, and that's how she got into the Daily Wire, right? By saying all of this stuff, and Daily Wire paid her. So it's just a bunch
but
of
that's
fucking
selling
bullshit.
out. You selling out your community for some cash.
Facts.
Facts.
Baby, don't get caught.
Pieces of silver.
And then now you want to come running fucking back when the Jews said bye-bye, we don't want you no more, right? Because you were not saying what they wanted to hear, right? Because you were not supporting Ben Shapiro and all of those guys, right? So because of that, and supposedly her and Ben Shapiro have been having issues on a lot of things, right? COVID vaccine, the Israel stuff. So they've been going back and forth a lot. But I think at the end of the day, because Ben Shapiro is Jewish and the stuff that she was saying, and I think the CEO of the one that does the hiring and firing of Daily Wire is Jewish too. They're like, you know what? We can't have this. But it's okay when you're saying stuff about black people, though. Yeah, you're right.
It's always okay. It's always okay.
You're right.
And no matter what platform you do it on, it's always okay. We are not protected on any of these platforms. You can talk shit about black people on Twitter, Instagram,
Facts.
TikTok. You can be white and say nigga on TikTok, but if you black and say nigga on TikTok, they flag your account and shit.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
We also
And
do that a
Facebook.
lot too to ourselves, as far as the narrative is black people talking about other black people. The way we
Absolutely.
doing with Puffy.
No, it's different when you actually commit crimes versus like people talking shit about Sexy Red for existing. And no, I'm not trying to make a jab at
I
you,
like that.
Lonzo. I'm
Go
just
ahead. Yeah,
saying.
go ahead.
It's
Go ahead.
okay.
You hear that?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just
That's
saying
true.
because who is she harming? People be like, she's harming the youth because she's a celebrity. Well, find something for your youth to be more interested in than Sexy Red. Like that ain't the end all be all. We also had bad people that were celebrities. You know, stop. Nobody's perfect. Like
That's
let
true.
her exist and let her music exist.
But
Like
what I was saying
and
though, it seems
parents.
like every time a black person does commit a crime or is part of some type of crime, that the black media or whatever,
We
they
help
always
drag
on
them.
it extra
We
hard.
we
We
help
on it
drag
extra
them.
hard.
We make the memes. We spread the memes. We laugh at the memes. Like yeah,
Well, I
we
feel like
we
that's
we
our
do.
culture. That's something that's a part of our
Yes,
culture.
because
Like, we grew
we
up on
picking each
Puffy.
other. Yeah,
What's
but no. But I feel like that's just a part of black culture as far as like picking with each other. We can do it to each other, but when y'all do it, no. You know, like when like if somebody picking with your sister, you can no. You don't pick with my
But
sister,
they
but you can
saying
call
the
her.
narrative is they stand up for theirs, even right or wrong, and we always like down in ours, no matter what the situation
And
is. Picking
we not in any type of predicament to stand on bullshit right now because we
goddamn
ain't
right.
got
I'm
shit to
not.
stand on. These
Kid
motherfuckers
Eric
gotta
Dorsey.
get the fuck out of our community and not come back. All the pedophiles, all the rapists, all the criminals. It depends on what crime you committed because some things may be seen as criminal, and I just be like,
I look at it as we're gonna
you
call
know what I
you out on
mean?
your shit.
But no,
As far as
yes,
this,
and you need to be called out on your shit.
y'all gonna stand
And
behind y'all shit. Look at the whole thing with Trump and them rushing the goddamn what's the name's thing. Like y'all gonna take
oh
up for
yeah,
the bullshit or whatever.
January
So okay.
6th. Yeah, they stick up for January 6th like nothing, right? And this is
Because
what
they make that shit a holiday.
Yeah,
facts.
look, oh, we got our holiday too. That Alabama summer they got.
Oh yes, Montgomery.
Yeah, I'm a slammer.
Absolutely. Check this one out.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself. Did you hear?
Absolutely true. This is why I be telling girls stop laughing at picking at girls when they be in fucked up ass relationships. And you be like, girl, I could never. Shit, yes, the fuck you can. It will happen to you, can happen to you. Hope it don't, but bitch, yes, it can, and it will be you. Stop it. Don't ever kick anybody while they down. Now, if he talking about physically falling, I'ma laugh at you and ask you if you okay.
Oh, me too. Oh, me too. There's no
Like, bro,
doubt
I'm
about it. There's no
like
doubt
you
about it.
good.
Hey, listen, man. One time, right? My girl, she came. We just started dating. She came up from Ottawa to come see me. Winter time. We in the metro, and it's slippery. I fall down the stairs. Doop, 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 doop. And she was behind me, so she said all she saw was the pom pom on my hat jumping up and down. She was laughing and shit, right? So when I hit the bottom stair, there was an old black woman in front of me, and she turned around, and I could see her. I was standing up before she got fully around. So I hit the door, boom, boom, and I jumped up, you know what I mean? Like nothing happened, but everybody behind me seeing it was just dying of laughter. And I was like, yeah,
Walk
whatever.
away real quick.
Yeah, pretty
Don't
much.
look back. Don't look back.
Pretty much. I got another one for you. So one time we downtown, right? And there's this big festival going on, right? So people are sitting down or whatever, and they're on like a little ledge, right? So I'm standing on the little ledge. I was looking for Ghostface. He was doing a free show here in Montreal. So I thought it was at this spot. I'm like, fuck, it's not here. So I started Googling, right? Didn't realize I was on the top ledge and took a step. And there was
I need
nothing.
to really start watching fucking horror movies, man.
There was nothing under my foot. And man, it was like a 3 feet drop. And I just fell, my phone went flying. And I'm telling you, there was so much people there. I was like, nah, let's just get out of here. Let's go. Okay. Old man came to me, you okay? I'm like,
You don't
I'm
know how
good.
slow I am. I'm sitting here like, what they have, like a Scream convention down there or something? What's going on? You say you went to go see Ghostface, and I'm like, nigga, the rapper. I said, I gotta start watching horror movies. Like, why would you
I heard
say
you say that.
Oh man.
I heard you say that, but I didn't catch it. I heard you say that. I didn't catch it.
I was confused. I was like, what the hell?
I was sitting like, and while y'all talking, like, oh man, this man talking about the rapper.
Yes, Ghostface the rapper.
Like, who was under the bed? Hey, when them Kim and them there, I'm tripping.
Any final thoughts on Candice Owens? You go first, JG.
I'm not gonna waste too much time talking about this heifer. 10,000 lashes excommunicado. We're done with you. And all those people don't check her on your podcast when she comes on. The hell with you all too. Because Breakfast Club, if you don't check Joe Biden for that bullshit he said, I don't need you checking anybody else.
Facts. Nadia.
Girl, go to hell. That's it.
Facts. LOWKEY.
I guess when it comes to Nzo, dance will make you dance.
Wow. So
look, Candy.
What? One last thing that I wanted to talk about here before we go is, and I thought it was new. I because I see one video for 2 weeks ago, but then I seen another video so like 5 years ago, and I was like, but did you guys hear about Russia opening up the biblical vault? And what they showed was a bunch of ancient pictures of Black people.
Oh, you talking about where it played? So,
yeah.
Jesus is Black. Yeah.
Rare opportunity.
So I don't, like I said, I thought this was new, but I think it's old, right?
It has the
But
history of Black people in places like Russia.
I took art history classes, so like
places all over Europe. This book can range from.
So you knew about this stuff?
$3,000.
Mm-hmm. So this type of stuff interests me. Like I got an art degree, so yeah.
You know.
So this isn't surprising at all.
Well, I mean, it's not surprising because, but if there's this, they have this. Why isn't this now coming out? And if it came out like years ago, how come I didn't know
Because
about
they
it?
don't want us to know who the fuck we really are or what our lineage is.
America definitely ain't trying to get us this information. Like what?
Hell no.
But also remember, the Bible talks about during the end of time and days, the truth is gonna start coming out.
Russia might be trying to send us a message like, what y'all trying to do?
You take your black ass do it if you want to.
Oh no! That's not our landscape. We got this.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't go. You going over there, LOWKEY. Going over there.
I think he's saying they gonna help us.
Okay. No messing with it.
But you think this stuff you think it would be all over the place, right? Because
of course not. No, they ain't want to. Hell no, they are not trying to let us know shit. In America, we don't even know where the fuck we came from. Like
we know where we came from.
I mean, we know, but we don't know exactly because some of us came over here on our own, and some of us was brought over here. Yeah.
And it's funny because I just watched The Book of Clarence. I don't know if you guys seen that movie, but my God, that movie was fire. That movie was really good. I don't know if you guys seen it, but definitely check out The Book of Clarence.
I know what you're talking about. That's for Lakeith Stanfield.
Lakeith Stanfield, yeah. It's really good, man. And So I see that, then I see these videos of this, and I'm just like, wow,
Have y'all ever tried
Like-
to or thought about going back and trying to see your heritage or whatever? Like back, trying to
Yeah,
see.
but I don't. I got beef with like that type of stuff. It's like, can they actually tell you, or is this just
That's what
all
I'm
some
saying, man.
bullshit?
That's what I'm saying. It's like
do
I
you
don't
mean
want no
like
bullshit.
Yeah, because they
ancestors.com or
taking because they're taking your spit, and honestly, they can't tell you where you came from. All they can tell you is who you related to. So based
right?
off of other people that gave their spit, or whatever other DNA samples they have, whatever they compare, and they can tell you your lineage based off of that shit. So they can tell you who you related to, but does that mean? I mean, like I said, how far back can they go? And I don't know. I don't trust it. That's the I don't know. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. This is my land, America.
I
I
feel
feel like
you.
I'm native. But no, but like
Andrea?
I
Yeah, go
looked in
ahead.
a book. I looked in a book and I'm looking at like the native people that were here in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They're dark. They were dark skinned. They were dark. But they were natives. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
like I said,
So
everybody that was dark enough to be a Negro, they classified them as a Negro at a certain point during
facts.
slavery. So how you know where you from, honestly?
And you got to think about like
Exactly.
like I said, like Puerto Rico and stuff like that. Like you got people that's darker than us. Like
Mm-hmm. And I just want to say, Andrea, I have no idea because I just seen it yesterday. This video was from 2 weeks ago, but then I seen one and it was said like 5 years ago. So if this came out 5 years ago and nobody knows about it, and it's why is it just coming out now? You know what I mean? Like I should have known about this stuff 5 years ago because I look into stuff like this, and I've never seen this video until now. And I'm just like,
and you remember the scene when he
which
talking to
one?
the preacher. The scene in Malcolm X when he talking to the preacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, Andrea, just type in Russia opens up biblical archive and you'll see all artifacts and you'll see all of that stuff there. They have this thing that looks like a little, I don't know, like a house or something. He opens it up and there's an actual picture of a black Jesus in there. So I
Uh,
was like, wow.
it's something that they have at the Vatican. That they opened that up. That the person depicted in there is black too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, we should be treated as gods. That's right. Give us our reparations. I don't even apply. I don't even like qualify for it because I'm in
Qualified.
Canada. But fuck,
I say,
you
man,
know what I
they'll
mean?
come over there and get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Over for a
You know
little
what I'm
bit.
saying? By that time, I think we all should be able to unite, and you know what I mean, and give some of the left fortunate bigger for it entertainment on those, 10%. I take 10% from LOWKEY, take 10% from the DL, take 10% from
Mm.
TT, Danny, and all my American friends out there that want to give up 10%. You know what I mean? And I'll accept that. Oh, that
Quarter.
video of I saw a video thumbnail of this video you're showing. Yeah, yeah. So this video that I'm showing came out 2 weeks ago, right? But I don't know when this information actually came out. I just thought it was interesting because I was the first time I was hearing about it. You know what I mean? And like I said, when I watch Book of Clarence, and I'm not gonna tell the movie, but of course it's a bunch of black people playing, whatever, Messiah and all of that stuff. When you really think on it, that's kind of how they treated us. You know what I mean? Like it makes sense that they would torture, a black Jesus like that. It just makes sense to me. So, but it's a good movie though. I recommend it for you guys to check out.
Book of Clarence.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely
gonna check
check
it
it
out
out.
after the stream.
Very good. Well, I know Invincibles is on tonight, so I'm gonna do that. We are gonna do the Good Times trailer, but I think Chill wanted to talk about it, but he ended up doing another stream. So I don't know if you guys seen it?
No,
No,
I
I
ain't
heard
know nothing
about it, but I
about
hadn't
Good
seen it.
Times.
Oh, you guys haven't seen the Good Time trailer?
I
Mm-mm.
didn't know they was doing Good Times. And
All
you talking
right.
about the cartoon?
I'm afraid to look
Yeah,
at it.
the cartoon.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it. Well,
Have y'all seen the Bad Boys trailer?
Seen that too.
Mm-mm.
No, I ain't seen that
Bad
one.
Boys trailer. Oh.
I don't see what everybody's saying about Martin.
What do you mean?
They was saying like he looked bad or something. Something wrong. I didn't see him. I was like, they old. What the fuck are y'all talking? I don't see what y'all talking
Yeah,
about.
but
They old.
but he's kind of chubby now, and I guess
He
that's what
always
people
been like that though. Martin been like them kind of put that weight
for
on.
the past couple of years. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, even in the role that he's playing now, he's playing off the role. I'm old. I'm tired. I'm not.
So here's the trailer. Let's bring this up.
You make me miss Boondock so bad, man. Playing that shit, you make me miss it
Man,
so
this shit remind me of
bad.
Baby's Kids for some reason.
No,
For some reason,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Baby's Kids.
Baby
For
Kids
some
way
reason.
better.
This
Don't disrespect
I,
Baby Kids with this bullshit.
I don't know, cause it's like, are they? I'm
This
confused.
trying to be
I don't
woke
know how to
funny.
feel.
This shit trying to be woke funny.
That's what I'm saying. But wasn't Boondocks woke funny too?
No, it was the ugly truth.
No.
It was the ugly ass truth. People didn't want to
Yeah.
see it. People might not have liked it. We might not all agree with it, but it was funny and it was real.
Mm.
This
I
shit
gotta
like
go
That
back
chicken
and
flu
watch.
episode, I was dying on that one.
I gotta watch Boondocks. I haven't really
the
watched it.
PJs,
But
like this shit right here.
that's what I'm saying. Like this is what we're supposed to look forward to watching. Man, I watch Invincibles
Jokes not funny
at
at
all.
all.
I don't know, the OnlyFans feet thing was kind of funny. I ain't going. Would you?
Not to me. I don't
But
know
you a
if you,
teacher. Why you talking to a student? Like what?
because that's how they portray
Once
us.
again, that's all I say. Once
And this
again,
is like,
perpetuating
Yes.
the.
but this is done by black people. That's the thing. I'm
I
looking at the credits
know. I
outside of
know.
self-made
We
I
are
forever.
know.
hurting
I
our own
see.
culture. We are
I
killing our
see.
own culture. That's what the
This
problem
is
is.
why we need Boondocks. Give
And
us the Boondocks back by the
and I
original
kid you,
people.
bro, I kid you not. I was watching this video of this guy where he's talking about bamboozle. He does a whole video of it. This is bamboozle. You can see them going to the executives. Hey, I got this idea for a good time cartoons, and we're gonna have guns and drugs in the hood. And the white executive sitting up there saying, "Oh yeah, that's great. That's real." Like it just and like, no, this is not what we want.
Y'all might get mad at me. I hope Family Guy make a joke about this shit.
I'm not watching it. I'm not watching that. I'm not gonna put that on Netflix for them to think, oh, this is what black people want to see. I'm not watching it.
No.
I'm not watching it.
Go support the what was that movie on Netflix if you want to watch something on Netflix. Damn, it was the claymation cartoon.
Oh,
What
the
was that
Black
called?
PJs?
cartoon.
It was a movie that it came out like last year or the year before last. I can't tell because shit didn't. Window and Wild. Go watch that shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That's way better than it. I can already tell you this. That's way better than this
I never
I
really
know what
seen
you're
that,
talking about.
but I just look at that and I'm just like, here we go again. You know what I mean? Here we go again. This is the buffoonery that they want to spew out there. And Netflix has this huge following, so people are going to watch it and they're going to think, that's black people. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. Why
He
call
can't.
it good times?
That's it
You
too.
know,
Why?
you know what I mean?
It
Like,
could have
why
been his
call
own
it good
thing.
times? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Because now you're bringing down the good times name of that show, right? That show hit on a lot of topics and concerning black people and stuff like this, but again, we haven't seen it. Maybe they'll do a flip 180 and have some kind of message in there, but right now with that trailer, the way it's cut, it doesn't look like any substance in it.
I'm gonna say because the trailer is supposed to appease to us. We supposed to be looking forward to it from the trailer, and that ain't it.
Right, 100%. So for those of you who haven't seen the trailer, you can go watch it, check it out. We've been on here for 2 hours now, so we're going to close it up. I'd like to thank everybody that was watching on YouTube and on Twitter. LOWKEY and Nadia, where can they find you guys, LOWKEY?
I'm working on a couple things right now. I put a little message up on YouTube. Like I said, as far as the engagement and viewership, I'm trying to see if we can do some more things a little bit more creative. Everybody talking about the same thing, doing the same thing. It's like I got to do something outside of the box. Something I got to be able to do because I feel like it's me. Whatever we doing ain't necessarily working, I guess, outside of what we do with the movie verses and stuff. It's certain things that is working, but I just want to try doing something else because we've been doing this for a minute now. So let's try to do something different. Try to see what we can do different.
I got you, man. I got you. Listen, I say this before. These shows like we do, they don't promote that, bro. YouTube doesn't do it. They don't promote it. You know what I mean?
Well, nigga, I
So
work putting videos together, editing, going through
yeah,
all
I
of that
know,
stuff.
I
I
know,
don't
I
mind
know.
doing. I enjoy doing, but nigga, I'm doing all of that. So it's like, nah, I got to figure out some way to make this what I want it to be. Like I done got this far, and it's like I'm not about to keep doing this the way I'm doing it, and it ain't progressing the way I want it to progress.
I feel you.
They
You gotta
support
start with something.
consumerism and nonsense. That's what the fuck they support.
Well, that ain't what we doing.
Absolutely. and it's
That ain't
messed
never
up
what we
too,
never
right?
did. What'd you
And it's
say?
messed up too, right? Because even some people, like, you know, you may think you cool with, don't even support your shit, tweet it out or
Oh
get
yeah,
it out
but I'm
there.
gonna still do
You know
that
what I
because I just
mean?
like to. I
Yeah,
want
I
to
do
do that,
too.
so
Yeah,
you
I
ain't
do
got to make
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I do too. And you don't have to do it, but it's just like, you know, kind of messed up when you tweeting out other people's stuff and they can't
Oh
do
yeah.
it in return. You know what I mean? It's like, really? Bro. Sometimes I get it. You may not see it because sometimes I don't see tweets or posts like constantly or like, oh, but then I'll go like a couple hours later and it'll be, oh, LOWKEY tweeted that. All right, let me retweet it or something like that. You know what I mean? So I
And I
don't
always
always
do
see it at the time,
appreciate.
but people like will see it and they won't even do that for you. So it's crazy.
As far as music versus, I already told the deal we want to do a toxic music versus as far as songs you would play when you mad at your significant other.
Ooh,
that sounds
So I feel like this
interesting.
ain't no race.
Is this like men versus women?
Yeah, I mean,
Because I
it
was
is.
like,
I got a
no,
song
because
for you right now.
And I got my wife
because
right here
I'm.
already saying, "Tell D, I got. I can't wait here.
I
That's
got
my.
I got a
Thank you,
song
Bring that
too.
thank
energy.
you,
I want
thank
that.
you.
Bring that energy,
Yes, because
I don't
fellas.
I
ever
I'm
got
want
the
to
trying to
see
tell
you
y'all,
song.
and
again.
y'all can give me some ideas, fellas. We got to do this, man. R&B and
Oh,
rap.
I
This is
got you.
R&B and
I
rap.
got you. I got
I
you.
don't ever want to see you again. All that shit. Yeah, 100%, bro.
Hey,
Some crazy
here we go,
toxic
Hanzo.
stuff there.
Here we go.
And I'll say this: I will watch a Tubi movie before I watch that Netflix shit. I'm just putting that out there, guys. 100%. You know what I mean? JG, you are up, my friend.
Oh, are
Oh, God.
y'all doing something
Go ahead,
tomorrow?
go ahead, go ahead. Ooh.
I say y'all doing
Hey,
something
listen,
tomorrow.
I'm off, so I may.
I was gonna do something tomorrow a little bit. So if y'all want to come through, I'll do a little something tomorrow, and then I'll be back Sunday as far as the verses.
All right. All right. I may go see Kong, Godzilla versus Kong, or Godzilla X Kong
Oh yeah,
tomorrow.
I forgot about that.
So
What's the name?
we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. JG, you're up.
All right, Candice Owens, 10,000 lashes excommunicado. Fuck you. Um, It's just Wednesday nights on the O.O.C with Nzo, aka the Abbott and the Osiris of the shit, the Spliff King and the Professor of Ganja. And he not here, so I'm gonna do my little twat for you. No trouble did that. Listen to the diary. No woman, no cry. Yo, also catch out one half of the low-key cave, Nadia, aka the freestyle queen, spitting that fire and brimstone on all you suckers. And low-key, the man himself, don't call me 50, call me dollar bill, y'all.
And the
Appreciate
loser
it.
in his last verses. Just trying to throw that in
Anyway,
there.
I'm trying to come back with revenge. I'm coming back. Tomorrow I wasn't trying to do too much, but a little couple trailer reactions. I don't know if y'all seen the Chinese Anaconda remake. I wanted to see if y'all want to check that out. And like I said, Bad
Oh, I
Boys.
gotta see that.
So ain't nothing too much, just a couple things. And like I said, I was gonna talk to everybody as far as the subscribers and let them know what we're trying to do.
No problem. Yeah, if you do anything tomorrow night, let me know.
Oh yeah.
I should be down. All right. If not, maybe I'll hook something up. We don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. But I want to thank everybody that came in here and enjoyed the show with us. Thank the panel, LOWKEY, Nadia, JG. Roberto, I know you weren't feeling well, so I hope you get better and be back with
Shout out
us
to
full
Roberto.
strength next week. Thank you, everybody, once again, and we will see you next week. Peace.
Lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound.